Hi everybody, I'm here to discuss with you guys auras. Now I had sent out a sort of a questionnaire asking you guys, what do you want to learn? What do you want me to discuss? All things metaphysical are at my command, so we could have done past life regression, which we did before, astral projection, which we will do, singing bowls and so forth, but today we're going to do how to see auras. Now the first person who was able to create a piece of equipment, photography equipment, to capture the aura was Nikola Tesla in 1891. After him, and sometimes he was seen as a bit innovative, if not for us some reason subversive, but he was very creative. After him came Kirlian photography, but these styles of photography and these cameras take everything from perhaps body heat to some form of capturing electromagnetic fields. It's hard to quite understand how exactly that's done, but I'm not dissing it. It's these are all modalities worth exploring. For the past 15 years, I've had 3 or 4 of my own aura photographs taken, and every single time, although it's been about a 3 to 4 to 5 year span between photographs, and if they've all been taken by different aura photographers, the picture is always the same. It's barely my face seen, surrounded by an unbelievably bright red magenta with 3 purple orbs on the right side of me. So I find though the problem is some aura photographers do not know how to interpret the picture. You could be green with envy. You could be so mad that you see red. You could be as good as gold. You could be feeling blue. Everyone knows black is beautiful. Girls, I just got back from the doctor and he said I'm in the pink. Aren't you glad I didn't say banana? So they see me covered in this beautiful red imagery, but they don't know what to make of it. And they're like, Oi Gavolt, it's a Marilyn Manson cover. When really what it is an expression of my will, my passion, my innovation, my energy coming through. That's what the red is. But again, interpretation matters. For instance, you can have enough money to get yourself certified in Reiki 1, 2, 3 and become a Reiki master, but are you a compassionate healer? You can go to university to become a PhD of whatever, but are you a PhD Elmer Fudd? Or are you a PhD of someone with great compassion? Again, insight, ultimately, the proof is in the pudding. So I'm not saying nay to aura photography. Check it out. But bear in mind, you can do it. Psychics can do it, mediums can do it, everyone can do it. We pick up energies from other people when they come into a room. When I have a client that comes, I need to be able to see their aura. Often, a person who has a muddy aura is a smoker. But when I see a brilliant aura, I can generally tell if you've had a good breakfast or not, if you're in a good mood or not. So auras can be very telling when having a psychic read as far as a barometer as to where is an individual at a certain time. Now, you see color by being able to feel color. So part of the test is maybe get yourself, for instance, a box of 12 crayons, primary colors, maybe with a few of the mixed colors, green, orange. So you don't just have the primary, you have the mixed. What I would suggest is put them in a hat, bag, close your eyes, put your hand in that bag, and hold on to a color. Feel the heat that comes from orange. Feel the coolness that comes from green. Feel the peace that comes from blue. Feel the heat that roars from red. This is a way to get in tune with the melodic octaves of color. When a person walks into a room, pick up the vibrational field of their aura that floats over their shoulders and above their heads. If you don't see the color right away, and you will, go first with what you feel about that color. What's emanating from that person? Is it at peace? Is it volatile? You can feel these things first. Feel color first. And look at a person the way I'm looking at the camera right now. I hate to say it, but maybe the way models look at cameras. They don't look at the lens. They look through it. please imagine that aura reading is very similar to palmistry, and it is. So when you're looking at an aura photograph and you see, in my case for instance, these 3 lavender orbs to my right, just like in palmistry, the right has a lot to do with what you're going to do with your life. It's your future. And in the case of those orbs, those are the people that have passed on, the satellites in the heavens that watch over you, that guide you, that love you. When we're looking at a photograph to the left, a lot of the colors that appear on the left quite often, or the colors that you see if you are gifted in seeing auras, the colors to the left, just like palmistry, are what you've inherited, what you've come into this world when you've descended into matter with. And more often than not, what rises above you and into the feet above you sometimes are the colors that represent the present. That again has a lot to do with your health, your emotions, your agenda. So what was unfortunate for me at one time is I had someone who was rather inept looking at my aura photograph and being taken aback by red. But as I'm an artist, and if you've seen any of my other videos on YouTube or on my profile page, I have a lot of my paintings, I'm very intimately involved with color. I love every color. If you know me, I love every zodiac sign, I love life. So every color's beautiful, every color has a meaning, no one is slighted by another. Every color of the rainbow is as significant as the other. I love color. That's why I did not just include the major and minor arcanum cards in my divination deck. I also included every shade and every color of the rainbow. When I read people in the audience, I look for those colors. When I read people, I know they're vibrating to what someone chose to wear that day. So speaking of colors and the fact that I've included so many octaves of them in my divination deck, let's do a read and see what comes through today. The vibes today say this. Number 1. You see it first. Interesting. It's a dude in a yoga position. So whether it's some sort of salutation to the sun or some kind of vibrational field of health, if you notice, his very aura is emanating from his body. His outfit is made of stars because we are the stuff that stars are made of. I think that's very appropriate when discussing auras, that we get the image of someone that, and by the way, this is very Danielesque and has nothing to do with traditional tarot, but it shows somebody whose aura is brilliant. He's in good shape. That's why one would want to work on one's aura. Eat good food, eat blueberries, eat cinnamon, eat bright colored food. That said, your aura shows your health. Number 2, the vibes say this. Okay, the vibes say this. Number 2, here's what comes through. Wow, some very beautiful golden energy fields. The vibes are suggesting, though, that when it comes to your aura, exercise, though, prudence. That's probably how you'll get the most radiant and glowing aura of all. It's not by embracing anything in an expedited fashion, overdoing anything, overdoing bad food, overdoing medication, overdoing who knows what else. The notion is exercise prudence. Okay, gold, love that color. And by the way, that happens to be a number 8. Nice balance. 8 is considered to be the number of power. And the 3rd vibrational field says this when we discuss the power of your aura. Number 3. Okay, you get a vibrational field of, in a sense, I like the fact that this man has a halo of color around him, but it's your only traditional tarot card we've seen in quite some time. Although it's a dog-eared card, so number 12 has fallen off of it, the Hanged Man. The Hanged Man never hangs from his neck. He hangs from 1 foot from a lively and lush summer tree. And the notion sometimes is when it comes to you, yourself, and or your aura, just be in the moment. That's why we just suggested before about, the right represents what you'll do with your life, the left represents what you've inherited. But what's more important than just being in now? Don't let anyone tell you that you can't feel the color that emanates from another being. You can. You can tell when someone has an ill-dignified energy field, and you can tell when someone has a compassionate and loving energy field. And if you work on yourself, if you exercise, like I do, I've got to keep in shape to do this kind of work. If you eat well, which I do, it's very important that you keep the body you rent in absolutely its optimal condition. I guarantee you'll be able to look through a human being, an animal, a crystal, tree, and you'll be able to see the very life force, the essence that emanates from every living creature, the aura. So thanks, guys, and thanks for checking me out on YouTube. Please feel free each week to check out my next video. Thank you so much for your suggestions, because they matter a lot. So when checking out the next video, and even this one on YouTube, please click like if you do indeed enjoy it, and carry on with your suggestions. They mean a lot to me. That's what's giving me my inspiration. This is Maximus, by the way, trying to escape. But appreciate it. It means a lot to me. I want to do what you guys want me to do. Direct me. All things metaphysical.